Welcome to this tutorial, which will take you through the process of setting up an e-commerce which will be accepting PayPal as a form of payment. The good thing with the PayPal, so it will allow your customers to be able to pay first as a wallet, and also they can use their debit and credit cards, and PayPal will process that. So in this tutorial, first of all, we'll need a couple of files to be able to do that, and what we're going to need is the music page. Now this had already been created by an example of it. The music page whereby the customer will log in to buy the product or service. We're going to need a download. The download page. Download page is the page whereby a customer will be redirected. So once they've done the payment, they'll be redirected back to your site to be able to download the file, which is it's in a zip format. Also, we're going to need a music file, which is MoLav for this project. So this is the file which will be previewed or played before the customer make a decision whether to buy the track or not. Right, so let's start with designing the button. Or before, if I just show you how the text, the notepad text will look like before we change it to HTML. So this is a pretty much HTML coding with the button already inserted there, but I'll show you in a minute how to create the button. So basically there's a normal heading for coding of HTML. So we have a header, we have title, which is the music, and inside the body we say welcome to shop. We're gonna have the buy now with PayPal, which including the PayPal logo. So this will be our product, track name, artist, and album. So the track is MoLav, album is the Pilgrims, and from the album the journey continues. And then we're gonna have a code here just to listen to the track. So these are the coding for someone to be able to listen to that track. After it, we have the button. Okay, so this is the pay now button, but I'll show you in a minute. And another page we have is a download. This is the page where the customer will be directed to download the track. So it's pretty much the same with all the heading music. We've got a message say thank you. Nice. And click on a link below to download the MoLav, and the customer will be able to do that. So we're gonna need those two HTML coding and the other file. So let's go to the PayPal and set up the button, which will be used as we've seen here. So once you log to your PayPal account, what you need to do is go on the tools. So if we click on the tools there, it will take us to all the tools which business can accept. So you can see quite a variety of tools here. There's a payment, mass payment, online invoicing, express checkout, pay here, everything that the business can use. But for our sake, we only gonna need the pay button. So we're gonna click at the payment buttons, and the wizard comes to help us to create the button. So we click create, take you to the buttons if you had created previous. So as you can see, I've already created it, but I'm just going to show you how the whole process go by. So we're going to click create new button, and this is the page where we're going to enter all the information about the button related to our product. So as you can see, the step one say choose a button type and enter the payment details. So what we want, so here, because a lot of, you can see buy now, shopping, gift, donation, subscription, automatic billing, installment plan, all things there. But for our sake, we're just going to go for buy now, and the item, we're going to just call it, because I'd had a more love, maybe let me just say more love 2. So more love 2, and you can give your item an ID if you want. So let's just take a couple of zeros. So the price here, just for the sake of this, I just do one, let's put 0. Now the customize button, so you can either add as a drop down, add a drop down menu without space, or add a text, but this is the view as it looks like. So I think, so for instance, if I click there, that's going to change it to here. Yeah, but I think we just need, this is pretty much easy for us to use at the moment. So this is the postage. If you're posting your product, then you have to, but for our sake we just put a 0, because we are not going to post this. Remember, we're going to redirect the customer to our page to come and finish off. Okay, so merchant account ID, say use my secure merchant ID or use my primary email address. This is when the product is being displayed. You can choose whether to use your ID, customer ID, or use your email just to associate with the product, so the customer knows that I've paid this guy. So you can either use ID or you can use your email. Okay, so let's get to this is a part of inventory. If I bring it up, track inventory profit and loss, that's another option there. If you want to track and make sure you're making, yeah, so this one has been ticked for us. It says save button at the paper, protect your button from fraudulent changes, automatic add button to my save, automatic add a button to my save button. So this means in your profile, a paper, you're going to have a list of buttons, and so that means it will be listed, as we'll see later. So all these we don't need at the moment, so we're going to go to the step 3, which is customize advance. Now he asks us, do you want the customer to change order quantities? In our sake we say no, but some people, if you're selling quite a lot of products, you can offer customer, maybe they want to sell 1, 2, 3. Okay, so quite a lot of information here, but we don't need, but you can ever read through. Okay, now this is where the checkout, we need to take customer to this URL when cancel their checkout, if it's been cancelled, but and this one is take customer to this URL when they finish checkout. So this is where we put our download page, so the customer can be redirected. So I'll just went ahead and put in HTTP download.html. Okay, and once we finish, you'll ask us to create a button, and if we click here, we'll see that the button has already been created. So normally what you do, you just copy that button and go back to your music notepad, and this is where you paste it. So you paste all that information, but I won't do it because I've already done it before. Okay, so to recap on our pages before we upload them, this is the music page. So we see it's all finished with all the details we need, and the other one is a download, which is also finished, and which would the customer will be directed to download the file. Okay, so now let's go ahead and upload this on our control panel of hosting account. So this is the example of hosting account. So you have to go through File Manager, and we're going to our root folder. That's where we create pretty much. That's where we saved pretty much all our documents. So as you can see, all this has been. I'd already did it before, but if you have to upload a file, you just go via upload there and choose a file, which you locate all the files which are needed for your e-commerce site, which in this case, as I showed you earlier, was 2 HTML, download HTML, the music file which the customer will pre-listen or listen before decided to buy, the download, the music download where the customer will direct it to download excuse me, and the music file. Yeah, so once those have been selected, they will come up here, and you push the button to upload, and once it's done, the message will come all done, and this link will take you back to your root page where everything will be displayed ready for testing. As you can see, we have the music and we have the download, we have the file, the music file to be listened to, and we have the zip. Okay, so let's go on and test now. Okay, so in testing, remember that we're going to need another account. This is the seller account to be able to test if the system works. So first of all, what you do, you type in the address where the product is. So in our case is the music HTML. Now this is how the page looks like. Obviously I could have done maybe more. If you're setting up a proper website, you want to make it fancy with the other decorations or interaction and everything, but just for the sake of this tutorial, we just want to know how people can be accepted, and that's all we're going to do now. So we have here a play button which we can preview the file before we decide to buy now. So if I click the file now, let's check why it's not playing. Well, I did test in another laptop I have here, and it seems to work perfect. Don't know why it wouldn't work here. Maybe that's something we can to have a look and see if all those old browsers will allow that. Okay, so let's say that it played fine and we just go ahead and buy it. So we click buy now button, and this should take us to the paper where we can buy the product. So this is where I'm gonna need Steve to help me with the login. Yeah, Steve, please. Oh, actually, let me minimize while he's doing this. Oh, pause. Right. So our users already log in, and as we can see here, it's been taken to the shop page on the PayPal, and the track is going to be more love, and the price is that. Now quantity is just 1, as you can see that. And now what the customer need to do is just to push the buy now button. So please, do you want to carry on? Thanks. Okay, so now you can see that the transaction has been made. Yeah, paid to our shop. The transaction ID for this has been given, and confirmation has been sent to the customer. So now this is where we return to the shop so we can download that track. So if we click return shop, it should take us back. There we are. So here we are. Now we can download the file. So you can see the file is being downloaded there, and there it is. It's already been downloaded. If we follow where it is, that's the track already downloaded, and the transaction is made. So that's how you can set up PayPal in your site to allow customers to buy your product and services. Thank you very much for watching.